Yes. Episode 44. Today is Friday. It's Friday. It's question day. This is the chance where you get to ask me questions, and I'm live. So I'm looking at the comments. So if you do have a question and you come on, ask me. I'll answer right live on air. But what I tend to do on Fridays, I get questions around the internet. I get questions from my DM, from my email. People send me questions, and I also search for questions that's like commonly asked questions, and I put them in this episode and I answer the questions. So today is gonna go just like that. I have a couple of questions. I have 3 questions. I usually have 4, but I got 3 questions. I took one away. I didn't like it, so we're gonna work with these 3, see how it goes, and after that, we'll see if we get any questions asked during our episode. So let's do the plugs. Get your merch. MJM, code MJM, earnyourleisure.com, save 30%. Don't tell nobody, because this is it's between me and you, nobody knows about that code. So MJM, save 30%. And of course, if you want that higher level education, go to earnyourleisure.com. I'm sorry, EYLUniversity.com to get the higher level of education, the #1 financial platform in the world. So with that being said, how you guys doing on this Friday morning or Friday afternoon? Today may be a big day for me and my fiance. We may be closing on a big deal today. So put your prayers out there for me and my fiance. Let me know, guys, say, let the day go great. Let it go smoothly. Let it go how it's supposed to go. And it'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a big possibility. Put your comments here too if you have questions in the comments. I can see the comments here, so it's pretty cool. But as far as the questions, right? I had 3 questions. Let's see what the type of questions they're going to be. It's about me making content. Ooh, the second one is kind of tricky. It's my relationship, and the third one is I may have talked about it, but I'm gonna talk about it again because I like it and I really use it a lot. So the third one's about AI, and my AI video is doing pretty well. I showed you guys, if you go check 2 days ago, I posted a video. The tool episode on Tuesday was about Nvidia, and it basically allows you to make videos with text. So if you want to start a faceless YouTube page, or you want to just make faceless content and you don't want to get in front of the camera, you can actually do that using Nvidia. And it's pretty cool. I kind of did a little tutorial on episode on Tuesday. So if you want to check it out, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Definitely. But let's start off with the first question. The first question, guys. What's the funniest thing that happened to you on this journey of making content? I don't know who that came from, but I mean, the funniest, I don't know if this is funny, but when you're recording content, especially if you're recording by yourself, you're recording using your phone, using somebody doing it for you, you want to make sure everything's right. You want to like double check, triple check, and do everything to make sure that when you're recording, you're actually recording. So I will say the most funniest or really, really disturbing thing that happened to me is I had the dopest episode. Like I think like it was one of my best episodes. Literally one of my best episodes. But I finished the episode. I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I killed it. I'm like happy. I'm like, if you was in this room when I recorded, you would be like, you would feel bad for me. But I go and I look at the camera and it's not recording. And that was me not double checking and triple checking everything I'm doing. So I will tell you, if you're going to be recording content, make sure your camera's recording, make sure the audio's recording, make sure everything is being recorded so you don't have to do it again. Because when I went to go do the same episode again, it didn't come out as authentic. It didn't come out as genuine that how it did the first time. And that was like really upsetting to me, but it was funny, but it wasn't funny type of thing. But that was definitely one of the stories that come to mind when I think about my journey of making content. So guys, make sure you're recording when you're recording content. Make sure it's actually recording on your video and on your sound. So hopefully that was a good answer. The next question. This is a relationship question. When you spend money, do you have to ask your partner? Now, I'm not a candidate for like you know, partners, each partner having access to each other's funds and knowing everything, but that's something that, I'm trying to compromise with and give access to my finances with my partner, because we are one and the way we spend money should be one as well. But I mean, I don't think necessarily you have to ask to spend money. I mean, depending on what it is, if I'm going to buy like a Bentley or a Ferrari or something, I think I should consult with her and consult with my partner, basically, or your partner, if you're going to make, certain thresholds of amount you spend. So I think it needs to be a threshold that you got to come to agreement with. Like if you want to go buy some $1,000 shoes, you don't need to call me and ask me if you want to buy $1,000 pair of shoes, right? But if you want to buy $100,000 necklace or something, I think that's something that we need to talk about and just make sure that it's a great purchase. It's a asset and not a liability, and that it's a purchase that is very responsible. And whenever you're making large transactions, they should be responsible transactions, especially if I live by this slogan, assets over liabilities. I don't want you going to buy a bunch of liabilities and have no assets to pay for it. So I would say not about necessarily asking for permission, but having a threshold that you guys agree with, that, we can spend this so much money with not being worried about how the other partner feels. But if it's a certain amount, we need to talk about it, make sure it's a responsible purchase, and that we're on the same page for that purchase. So hopefully that answers your question. That's how me and Jessica do it. We got a little threshold that because I like to spend money. She don't like to spend money. I like to spend money. So she is a little fearful of the way I spend money. But I say, listen, how much you feel comfortable with that I can spend and you don't go crazy on me? And how much do I need to tell you that I have to spend, where you say, let's talk about it. And that's how we did it. And it kind of works, and it's cool. And we definitely have another account of savings that is for Legend and for our bills and for everything that else is going on. So that's cool. So I hope that answers your question. The third question, what AI tool am I using right now? Now, I definitely spoke about it before because I love this AI tool. I use it literally every single day. Like after I finish recording this video, I'm going to take the audio of the video and upload it to mjmautomation.com. That's mjmautomation.com. And it's going to give me titles. It's going to give me descriptions. It's going to give me tags. It's going to give me timestamps. It gives me even post to post for social media. So it gives me threads and tweets. It gives me everything that I possibly can use for promoting and marketing my content. And it takes the guessing out of it. Now, what I will tell you is I use that as a starting point. So when you go to MGM Automation, don't just take word for word. Use it as a starting point, and then take what it gives you and kind of change it up a little bit. Because what I'm starting to notice is a lot of people's content is starting to sound and look the same in terms of like the text, the titles, the descriptions, because it's coming from the same place. They say it doesn't copy, but I think it actually does. And the main source where all these AI apps and stuff are coming from is from ChatGPT. So what they're doing is they're using ChatGPT's API and they're creating their own like storefront. So say go to MGM Automation, right? You see this nice, beautiful storefront. It doesn't look like ChatGPT, but in reality, it's actually ChatGPT in the background. So everything's coming from ChatGPT. So yeah, you got Nvidia that I talked about on Tuesday. It's all coming from ChatGPT. It just takes the information from ChatGPT and makes its own. So kind of you have to do that as well. You got your storefront. You get the information from all these different AI sources, and you take the information and change it into your own. So basically, it's the same thing that they're doing. It's like a third generation of what came from ChatGPT, and you put it in your site. And it actually, it makes a big difference. And I think it helps with the algorithm. It helps with, when people want to see it, it kind of doesn't look the same. And everybody's happy. But like, for instance, this one, right? This is 3 different questions. And actually, my Friday episodes actually do pretty well. And I don't know what to pick from these 3 questions to title it, right? I don't want to say I talked about this, and this. I want to be very niche. I want to pick one particular thing that we spoke about in this episode, which is probably going to put out AI, I personally think. But I'm going to put the audio inside of mjmautomation.com, and it's going to spit out a bunch of different titles. I'm going to pick one of the titles. I'm going to change it up a little bit, and then voila, we got our episode. But the reality is that I don't know how to choose what. I don't want to. There's too much. I want to take the guess and work out of it. Give me an idea of what's like trending. What's the best title I can possibly use or speak about that I spoke about in this episode. Give me the information, and then I'm gonna take that information, put it in my own words, and I got a title. And that's basically what I do. And we're gonna see what's gonna spit out. My guess is AI. I think it's gonna spit out AI, but we'll see. But the reality is that you have to take the AI and put it in your own words. That's the end of the story. So whether you're using mjmautomation.com or using ChatGPT or using whatever you're using, take it as a starting point and kind of change it up into your own words. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that answers your question. That was all the questions. I had another question, but I didn't even like it, so I didn't want to talk about it. And it just didn't make sense. But I'm on a mission right now. I'm on a dry January, right? And let's talk about it, right? I'm on a dry January. It's been, I guess, 12 days that I haven't drank any liquor at all. I said I always do dry January. Like every year I do dry January because I drink often when I go out, when I'm just after a long day. And I say, every January, at least I clean my body. I try to eat clean. I do everything possible to better my body, to kind of reset my body, and I reset my year. And this year is all about growth. And when I say growth, I mean, I want to do something. I want to do everything that I'm doing. I want to do a little bit better. I want to take it to the next level, right? Last year was making every day count. That was just get in the game. Just get in the game. Because if I wasn't in the game, I wouldn't have been able to make this podcast happen, right? But I just had to get in the game, and that's all I wanted to do. Now we in the game, I'm trying to score 40, right? I'm tired of scoring 10. I need to score 40. And this is what this year is about, is perfecting everything that I've been doing. Like, all right, I got in the game, and now it's time to step up and really perfect it. Perfect that 3, perfect the layup, perfect the defense. Everything's about perfecting now. So as this year started, you guys also should have some type of a commitment that you should make to yourself and stick through it through the whole entire year. Be consistent with it and say, at least this is what I'm going to do. At least one thing, just one thing. It could say, wake up every morning and pray. It could be something like that. Just at least pick one thing that you're going to do at least every single day and commit to it for the whole entire year. You have to have some type of theme throughout the year, and this is my theme, grow. You can use that. Whatever you're doing, grow. You can use that, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I hope this episode was great for you guys. Follow me, like, subscribe, do all those great things, because as much as you pour into me, it helps you. It gives me more of a energy, more of a reason to pour into you. Right? I know that I'm doing something. I know that it's hitting somebody. So it helps me. It encourages me to continue to pour into you guys. So like, follow, share, earningleisure.com, EY University. You know what it is. Let's go. I love you guys. Later.